Imagine opening your eyes one morning, and the world looks tiny. The bed beneath you has collapsed, the ceiling is shattered. You try to stand up, but your head bursts through the roof like paper. You've grown, not by inches, but by stories. You are now the size of a Tyrannosaurus rex, over 40 feet tall and weighing more than 15,000 kilograms. At first, it feels like a dream. You can see the entire city skyline without stepping outside. Cars look like toy models scattered on the road. People are ants running for cover, but within minutes, you realize this isn't a blessing. It's chaos. Your heartbeat alone shakes windows. Every step you take leaves a crater, and the ground. It's starting to crack under your weight. The world wasn't designed for creatures your size. Bridges bend, roads collapse, skyscrapers tremble. You've become a walking natural disaster, a giant human in a tiny human world. But how could this even happen? What would life be like if every human on Earth grew to the size of a dinosaur? Let's explore the physics, the biology, and the terrifying consequences of a supersized humanity. Let's talk about the first big problem, gravity. Humans are built for their current scale. Our muscles, bones, and hearts are perfectly balanced for our height. If you suddenly became 40 feet tall, your weight would increase by a factor of 1,000, but your muscle strength would only increase by a factor of 100. That means your body would collapse under its own weight. Your heart, the size of a car now, would have to pump blood through a massive system of veins stretching meters long. Even the strongest human heart couldn't survive the pressure. Most giant humans would die in hours, crushed by biology, unless evolution caught up. Maybe over millions of years, humans evolved to have super dense bones, reinforced hearts, and ultra-efficient lungs. Our skin would thicken like an elephant's. Our stride would shake the ground like a herd of sauropods. But here's the scary part, the planet might not survive us. Let's imagine -8 billion giant humans, each weighing 15,000 kilograms. That's 120 trillion tons of biomass walking on a fragile crust. Continents would crack, earthquakes would trigger daily, mountains might crumble from the constant vibrations. Cities would be gone in minutes, destroyed not by war, but by footsteps. Roads would shatter like dry clay. Oceans would rise, not from melting ice, but from displaced land. Even breathing would change the air. A single human-sized breath would release the same amount of carbon dioxide as 10,000 cars. Imagine 8 billion of those lungs. The atmosphere would turn toxic in days. The planet would fight back, through storms, heat, and earthquakes, trying to restore balance. And soon, the giants would face extinction. From their own existence. Let's say we somehow adapt. Humans rebuild civilization, scaled up for giants. Skyscrapers now reach the clouds to 10 times taller than Burj Khalifa. Cars are the size of ships. Phones are as big as billboards. We'd need megacities, with massive roads, bridges, and energy grids to sustain us. But resources would be the biggest nightmare. Each meal would require entire fields of crops. A single hamburger would need 300 cows' worth of meat. Water would run out in weeks. So, humanity would migrate, not to space, but beneath the oceans, building floating megastructures and massive desalination plants. But being big comes with one more problem: you can't hide. Imagine wars between nations, when soldiers are the size of dinosaurs. A punch could flatten a city. A nuclear weapon might seem small compared to its footstep. Governments would fall. Chaos would reign. Survival of the fittest now meant literal giants fighting for dominance. But here's a viral twist. What if only some humans grew? A random mutation. A lab experiment gone wrong. Suddenly, 1% of humans turn into colossal beings. Would they rule the world, or be hunted like monsters? The military would use them as weapons. Corporations would turn them into living machines. And soon, the Earth would become a battlefield of gods. What about relationships? Could giants even feel human emotions the same way? A simple hug could crush someone. Tears would fall like waterfalls. Love would have to evolve beyond touch, becoming something deeper, something mental. Giant humans might communicate through vibrations, using deep roars and ground signals. Cities would glow at night, with bioluminescent tattoos replacing street lights. Even art, music, and dance would evolve into something cosmic in scale. Humanity wouldn't just be big in body, it would become big in imagination. Here's where things get wild. Imagine scientists resurrect dinosaurs to balance the ecosystem. Now, humans and dinosaurs live side by side, both titans of the planet. Maybe we ride triceratopses like horses. Maybe T-Rex becomes a pet. But one wrong move, and it's chaos again, the line between predator and prey blurs. And the world becomes what it once was, a Jurassic apocalypse with skyscrapers. Over centuries, the giants realize the world can't sustain them, resources vanish, oceans rise. Humanity begins to shrink again, maybe by natural selection, maybe by design. Scientists create nanohumans, microscopic versions of us, to preserve civilization inside machines. The giants fade away, myths left behind in cracked mountain-sized fossils. One day, small humans rediscover their bones and call them dinosaurs. What if we've already lived this cycle before?